Good morning, friends. Today we're going to start our circle time with a morning message. So I'd love you to help me read. Here we go. Today is Thursday. Let's learn about vowels today. They are important letters. All right, friends, the first thing we're going to do is we're going to find the popcorn words in that message, and then we're going to talk a bit more about the word vowels and what it means. So I'm going to start at the beginning of my message, and I'm going to circle all the popcorn words I see. So there's the word to, there's a, there's is. Does Thursday have any? I see the word a. Okay, I know that's the end of my sentence because there's a period there. Today is Thursday. Let's learn about vowels today. So I don't see any popcorn words in let's. I only see the word a in learn. I see the word a in about. And I don't see any popcorn word in the word vowels. And then in the word today, I see two popcorn words. I see to and a. All right, the last sentence is, they are important letters. So in the word they, I see the word the, and I also see the word he. I don't see any popcorn words in R other than a. Important. I need to take a good look. I see the word or, and I see the word and in that word. And then in the word letters, I don't see any popcorn words. But we did find some in our message today. Okay, let's talk about vowels. Vowels are very special letters in the alphabet. They are letters that have to be in every single word. And there are 5 vowels and sometimes a 6th one. So I'm going to tell you what they are right now. The first vowel is A. The next vowel is E. The next vowel is I. Then O. And then U. A, E, I, O, U. And sometimes Y is a vowel. Every single word has one of those letters in it. Think of your name right now. So if we were going to do the name, how about we do Anya's name? Anya. Anya has an A, a Y, and another A. She's got 3 vowels in her name. If we were going to do the name, let's see, how about Charlie? Charlie has an A, an I, and an E. So I want you to stop the video right now, and I want you to think, how many vowels does your name have in it? Did you do it? Okay, it had at least one of them because every word has one of those, even our popcorn words. All right, friends, I'm going to teach you a little song about vowels. So I'm going to go sit on my chair and I'll see you in just a second. Okay, friends, so we just chatted about vowels when we did our morning message together. And I have a little song that's going to help you remember the name of those important letters that are vowels. So it goes like this. To write a word, you always need the vowels for the glue. A, E, I, O, U, A, E, I, O, U, A, E, I, O, U. The vowels are the glue. And the reason we say vowels are glue is because every word needs a vowel. And the vowels are what stick the other letters together and make them a word. So if we think of the word cat, C, A, T, that A sticks the C and the T all together with it to make the word cat. Anytime you write a word, you should always make sure you have a vowel in it. Now, in our morning message, we talked about how a Y is sometimes a vowel. We are going to pretend that it's just a normal vowel like the other ones, because a lot of words that we know only have a Y as their vowel. For instance, how about the popcorn word my? M-Y. The vowel in that word is a Y. Okay, so our little song there didn't include the letter Y, but I want you to know that Y is an important vowel too, and lots of words have Y as their vowel. All right, I was out in the garden the other day and I noticed a grasshopper hopping by. It was my first grasshopper of the season that I saw. And it got me thinking about a song that I know and a poem that I know about a grasshopper. So I brought a friend along with me so we could talk about grasshoppers during our circle time. Here he is. Can you think of a good name for this little grasshopper? Okay. So I don't know if you know much about grasshoppers. When we look at the grasshopper, we can see that he has wings, and you probably know that he hops along the grass. All right, so I'm going to do a little poem about it right now, and you can kind of follow along with me. So, I'm just a little grasshopper. I like to hop around. You'll see me in the green grass and hopping on the ground. Sometimes I like to nibble on things that are green. So if you look quite closely, you'll see where I've been. In gardens or in farmers' fields, I like to go with my friends. We nibble and we munch and crunch until the warm days end. We do this in the summer, we do this in the fall, and when the winter comes around, you won't see us at all. But next year, just you wait and see, there will be another bunch of friendly little grasshoppers to come and munch and crunch. There we go. All right, and I have a little song about grasshoppers. All right, it goes like this. I'm gonna back up a little bit so you can see, because I have to show you parts of my body because this grasshopper is gonna hop all over me. All right, so it goes like this. You ready? There's a hopper on my shoe, on my shoe. There's a hopper on my shoe, on my shoe. He says, how do you do? There's a hopper on my shoe. There's a hopper on my shoe, on my shoe. Friends, I wonder if you can pretend your fingers are a grasshopper and you can have him move up your body just like I'm gonna do with this grasshopper. Okay, are you ready for the next part? There's a hopper on my knee, on my knee. There's a hopper on my knee, on my knee. There's a hopper on my knee. He said, won't you hop with me? There's a hopper on my knee, on my knee. There's a hopper on my neck, on my neck. There's a hopper on my neck, on my neck. He says, let's hit the deck. There's a hopper on my neck. There's a hopper on my neck, on my neck. Oh my goodness, look where he's gonna go now. To my nose. There's a hopper on my nose, on my nose. There's a hopper on my nose, on my nose. There's a hopper on my nose. Bend down and touch your toes. There's a hopper on my nose, on my nose. There's a hopper on my head, on my head. There's a hopper on my head, on my head. There's a hopper on my head. He says, what a lovely bed. There's a hopper on my head, on my head. Yikes, you can't sleep there. Friends, I don't want a grasshopper on my head. What about you? All right, friends. To end today's circle time, I thought we would read a great story by one of our favorite authors, Robert Munsch. And this is a great story for springtime because it's all about mud. And with all the rain we've been having, I sure see lots of mud around. So let's enjoy this book together. All right. Mud puddle. Julianne's mother brought her clean new clothes. Julianne put on a clean new shirt and buttoned it up the front. She put on clean new pants and buttoned them up the front. And then she walked outside and sat down under the apple tree. Unfortunately, hiding up in the apple tree, there was a mud puddle. It saw Julianne sitting there and it jumped right on her head. She got completely all over muddy. Even her ears were full of mud. Julianne ran inside yelling, "Mommy, Mommy, a mud puddle jumped on me!" Her mother picked her up, took off all her clothes, and dropped her into the tub of water. She scrubbed Julianne until she was red all over. She washed out her ears, she washed out her eyes, she even washed out her mouth. Julianne put on a clean new shirt and buttoned it up the front. She put on clean new pants and buttoned them up the front. She looked back out the door. She couldn't see a mud puddle anywhere, so she walked outside and sat down in her sandbox. The sandbox was next to the house, and hiding on top of the house, there was a mud puddle. It saw Julianne sitting down there and it jumped right on her head. She got completely all over muddy. Even her nose was full of mud. Julianne ran inside yelling, "Mommy, Mommy, a mud puddle jumped on me!" Julianne's mother picked her up, took off all her clothes, and dropped her into a tub of water. She scrubbed Julianne till she was red all over. She washed out her ears, she washed out her eyes, she washed out her mouth. She even washed out her nose. Julianne put on a clean new shirt and buttoned it up the front. She put on clean new pants and buttoned them up the front. And she had an idea. She reached way back in the closet and got a big yellow raincoat. She put it on and walked outside. There was no mud puddle anywhere, so she yelled, "Hey, mud puddle!" Nothing happened. So she yelled even louder, "Hey, mud puddle!" Julianne was standing in the sunshine in her raincoat, getting very hot. She pulled back her hood. Nothing happened, so she took off her raincoat. Friends, can you make a prediction? What do you think is going to happen? As soon as she took off her coat, out from behind the doghouse, there came the mud puddle. It ran across the grass and jumped right on Julianne's head. Oh my gosh. She got completely all over muddy. Julianne ran inside yelling, "Mommy, Mommy, a mud puddle jumped on me!" Do you think her mother believes her, friends? I don't think so either. Her mother picked her up, took off all her clothes, and dropped her in a tub full of water. She scrubbed Julianne till she was red all over. She washed out her ears, she washed out her eyes, she washed out her mouth, she washed out her nose. She even washed out her belly button. Julianne put on a clean new shirt and buttoned it up the front. She put on a clean new pair of pants and buttoned them up the front. And she sat beside the back door because she was afraid to go outside. Then she had an idea. She reached up to the sink and took a bar of smelly yellow soap. She gave it a smell. Yuck! She took another bar of smelly yellow soap and she gave it a smell. Yuck! She put the smelly yellow soap in her pockets and then she ran out to the middle of the backyard and yelled, "Hey, mud puddle!" The mud puddle jumped over the fence and ran right towards her. Julianne threw a bar of soap right into the mud puddle's middle. The mud puddle stopped. Julianne threw the other bar of soap right into the mud puddle. The mud puddle said, "Ugh, yuck, wah." It ran across the grass, jumped over the fence, and never came back. Friends, look how happy Julianne looks at the end of the story because she never has to worry about that mud puddle again. To end today's circle time, I thought we would end with a goodbye song. Why don't we do the "See You Later, Alligator" song? Are you ready? Here we go. See you later, alligator, after a while, crocodile. Be sweet, parakeet, give a hug, ladybug. See you soon, raccoon, out the door, dinosaur. Take care, polar bear, blow a kiss, goldfish. Bye friends, see you next week.